Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we're going to use an Instant Pot to make barbecue spare ribs. I know it sounds unusual, but look at these beautiful, glossy, fall of the bone tender ribs. I mean, if you don't say anything, nobody will ever guess it is made out of an Instant Pot. The most exciting part is that this is an easy recipe. You will need some ribs. Back ribs or spare ribs, both will work fine. Cut the ribs into smaller size so it fits in your Instant Pot. I know I said barbecue ribs, but this is not American style. The recipe is actually from a traditional Chinese dish, Hong Shao Pai Gu, translated as red braised pork ribs. To make the red braised base, we will have to caramelize some sugar. Set the ribs aside and get your Instant Pot ready. Add about 5 tablespoons of sugar. Shake it a little bit so the sugar spreads out. Cover the lid, press the saute button. Adjust the heat to normal. Set the timer immediately and come back to check the sugar in 5 minutes. If everything goes perfectly, the sugar should look something like this. But sometimes things don't go perfectly, so it is possible that yours might look like this. Part of the sugar is still solid due to the uneven heat. No matter which situation you get, you have to turn off the Instant Pot immediately and do not try to caramelize the solid sugar anymore, or else you will burn the sugar that is already caramelized, and that will bring a bitter taste. Anyway, no matter if you fully caramelize the sugar or not, the dish will still taste delicious. Don't worry about it too much. Get a bunch of scallion, discard both ends and cut it in half. Add it to the Instant Pot. 1.5 inches of ginger. I sliced it thinly. Just randomly place it in the pot like that. Throw in 5 cloves of garlic here and there. 1 piece of star anise, 1 piece of bay leaf, 1 small piece of cinnamon stick, 1 piece of dry orange peel. This is a traditional Chinese ingredient that we called chenpi. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. If you can't get it, you can use fresh orange peel instead. Last but not least, a few pieces of dry chilies to give it a little spicy kick. Simply place the ribs in the pot. Now we're gonna add the seasonings. Just 2 things. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1/3 of a cup of Shaoxing wine. If you don't like to cook with alcohol, you can mix 3 tablespoons of water and 3 tablespoons of orange juice instead. Remember, besides the soy sauce and the Shaoxing wine, I didn't add any extra water. That is because the Instant Pot can be sealed very well. If you make this recipe in a regular pot, you will have to use extra water. Cover the lid and put the knob at the sealing position. Press the meat stew button. Adjust the heat to more setting. For the timing, usually I'll put 10 minutes for each pound of meat. I used 2.5 pounds of ribs, so I put it on 25 minutes. One thing that is quite time-consuming when using an Instant Pot or pressure cooker is that you have to wait for the valve to be unlocked or else you can't open the lid. Let's see. Oops, the steam blocked the camera. There you go. As you can see, there is some liquid at the bottom, but it is only reaching the bottom piece of ribs. These 2 pieces didn't get any love, which means they are kind of bland now. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Take them all out. When you make ribs, you definitely want to see the meat is pulling away from the bones. That means it is tender. Also, take out all the aromatics and spices. I have about a little bit more than a cup of liquid in there. We're gonna reduce that down to half. Press the saute button. Keep the lid open. Let the liquid boil away. Remember I said there are 2 pieces of ribs a blend? Now it's the time to give them flavor. Just put them in while you're reducing the sauce. Don't need to measure it exactly, just eyeball it. This will take about 10 minutes. Take out the ribs. Taste the sauce to make sure it's a good flavor. Then add some cornstarch water. Keep stirring it until the sauce is thickened up. You want it to be like syrup texture? Look at this. So glossy and the color is really nice. Pour it out and we're gonna brush this on the surface of the ribs. The sauce is still a bit too thin. I think I should have thickened it a little more. Well, that's gonna be fine. It is starting to look like barbecue ribs, right? Let's slice it. So far, I have tested this recipe with 5 packs of ribs. I shared it with my neighbors and shocked a lot of people. I think you can use some liquid smoke in the sauce. That idea didn't come to me when I test the recipe. You can try it and let me know how it goes. The benefit of using an Instant Pot is that the meat comes out extremely tender and juicy because the lid can be sealed very well. You can easily pull out the bones. Look at that. I'm drooling. The taste is amazing. Sweet, salty, savory. If you don't have a grill or an oven, try this one. You will be surprised. I hope you enjoyed this Instant Pot barbecue ribs recipe. Actually, this recipe is done traditionally in a wok. In Chinese cuisine, a wok is the most basic cookware. I recently launched this gorgeous hammered mark carbon steel wok. I can't believe so many people already bought it. Thank you. I appreciate all of you giving such high compliments on this product. Especially, a lot of people left great reviews on Amazon and answered other people's questions as well. That is really sweet and helpful. To make things easier, I created this wok recipe playlist for all kinds of delicious Chinese food. Of course, I'll keep adding more recipes in the future. The playlist link is in the description. You can go check that out. For those of you who don't have a wok yet but are interested in buying one, the buying link is also in the description. You can go check that out if you need it. Okay, that is all the information for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!